Simple. It's not complicated. No. I just put it on the. Yeah, I know. Age is not on your side. If you have the chance to sing. Okay, cool. So this will be one of the embargo sessions, right? We'll still decide on when what goes out. Anyway.
Giannis, did you feel at some stage that you guys were getting a little bit panicky? You started so quickly and then somewhere in the middle things started getting tough.
Yeah, obviously there was a bit of pressure this week. Kind of everyone expected it's a home quarter for us, and could say everyone expected us to win, and that puts a bit of pressure on us. I think at times we did put ourselves on pressure. Second half, especially with our restarts, we had 4 scrums from the restart, but luckily that's not an attitude problem. Might be a bit of pressure, but it's something we can fix quickly. Maybe a bit of miscommunication, whatever, but that's something we can fix within the week.
Yeah, you guys, the bench came on and again, sort of stabilized things, especially towards the end. You're quite solid. How important was it for the bench to sort of have quite a good contribution, considering how, the last couple of weeks, they just sort of faded away in those last 20 minutes when the coach changed the stuff?
Yeah, that's definitely something we spoke about. Like you said, the last couple of games, it was, we had a decent lead at some stages, and then towards the last 20 minutes of the game, we did leak a lot of tries and points. So it is a focus point for us. And so, coming from the bench, it's all you can do is try and do some kind of impact, but it's sometimes a difficult thing. You want to come on and make a massive difference, but sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes it's just do your thing and get it right. And sometimes say you behind, then maybe you got to do something special to try and win the game. So it's kind of finding that balance. But I think we've improved, especially from last week for the Sharks. I think it went better, and this week too. So it's definitely something we're focusing on to just get together and get that focus right for that last 20 minutes of the game.
Plus, not for my side, man. You've won at the highest level of club rugby. Next week it's a big one against Leinster. I'm the leader right now. How do you go about winning these huge games whereby you guys go in as the underdog, as Jake said right now? But then how do you win this? How do you approach these huge playoff games?
No, this is what we live for. It's in the semi-final. At least we've got the home advantage, and I think the big focus for us will be to focus on our own processes. It's obviously Leinster is gonna, they got a lot of international players. They're gonna bring a lot of set piece pressure. They can keep the ball from multiple phases, but in essence, it's going to be in our hands. How hard are we willing to work, and it's going to start with us. Good thing is it's our hands. We just got to stick in there and try and blast them away.
Yeah, and this when you at Exeter, I think Rob termed you guys the Miracle Men at that stage. I think that was the name of his book, if I remember right. Something like that. If you guys go all the way, have you guys got a nickname for yourself for this team yet?
No, we haven't. We just finished the quarter. I think it's a big semi-final coming up. Obviously we want to go all the way, but the focus will be on the semi-final. It's going to be a big challenge, and maybe one day if we get to the final, we can start thinking about that. But no, there hasn't been any talks like that.
They give you something to think about so long. But just on that, I mean, you're obviously one of the more experienced guys in the team. You've had a situation this week where you've lost Kane, and you've now lost Kirty as well for next week. Obviously, two players who mean a lot to the team and obviously score quite a few tries for you guys. How important is it for you guys as senior players to make sure that that it's a squad effort and the squad rallies around the squad, the guys in this week?
Yeah, no, that's a nice thing. I mean, it's you're going to get some injuries, unfortunately. Obviously, it's bad getting in towards the playoffs. But I mean, if you look at the depth of our squad, it's grown. I mean, if you look at last season to this season, I think there's only Mornay, Steyn, and Bismarck that retired. You know, we didn't lose a lot of players; we gained a lot. So the depth of the squad is incredible. Today, Sergio came on for Kurtley, also great player. So no, it's I think every player's got his own individual responsibility, and that's what makes our squad depth so great. So the guys just slot in, and we can go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonas, you were injured for a long time after you started. Now you only played 1 or 2 games now. How did you feel that adjustment in such a big game, and the kind of game that you guys were playing today? How did you cope with that?
No, it's obviously I've played I was injured for quite a bit, but you probably feel a bit rusty, a bit more pressure. But after that first 5 minutes of playing again, then it kind of fades away and you're back in it, and you're just glad you're feeling well and you're ready to go. So no, it's I think the pressure is more before the game than during the game. During the game, luckily, when you make a few tackles and get back into it, you kind of forget about it, and it's just good to be back.
Jonas, having played at Exeter, what experience have you got against Leinster?
What experience against Leinster?
Have you played them
We played them in playoffs, I think 2021. Well, obviously, it's just like I mentioned earlier. It's getting the basics right. There's a lot of no talent things you can't measure. Like how hard do you scrum? How hard do you maul? How much effort do you put into a tackle? Your second efforts, how quickly do you stand up? It's a hard thing to measure, and against a team like that's going to be your foundation. And it's going to come down to how hard the players are willing to work this week, and just focus on our process and try and take them on head on.
Happy. Everyone covered? Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Definitely.